Key West is known for its beautiful views and colorful characters. The street serenaders, the Fantasy Fest revelers, and then there's Sandy Lee. Sandy isn't just a think pink cab driver. She's an arborist turned activist.
They're creating a hazardous situation with the kind of neglect that they're giving this park.
They are the Army Corps of Engineers and the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. The agencies cut down more than 80 Australian pine trees in Fort Zachary Taylor State Park, a 56-acre haven for fishermen, lovers, and bike riders. Sandy's had a nearly 3-decade-long affair with those trees.
When I came to town at the end of 1979, this was the first place I came to that was wild. And it was so dense with pines that even though it was very, very hot out, the heat went away. It was quiet, it was cool and breezy. It was very beautiful.
And Sandy isn't the only one in awe of Fort Zach's beauty.
They really did the big clearing here where they planted the native trees, and they also cut quite a few on the other side there.
Musician Ben Harrison and his artist wife Helen, along with these Key West residents, are members of Save Our Pines. They aren't your ordinary tree huggers. They're activists committed to fighting the state of Florida and the feds to preserve this park and its pines, no matter what it takes.
Well, we come here and we are almost like spending time with a dying friend.
But the Florida Department of Environmental Protection and the Nature Conservancy say these tall, thin trees are an exotic invasive species that are more foe than friend, so they must go. These stumps are proof of the ongoing pines eradication program.
I come from, 10 years in the field as the chick with the chainsaw, seeing what these trees do to our other areas.
Allison Higgins works for the Nature Conservancy. She says though she sympathizes with the passions of the Save Our Pines activists, the state must get rid of these non-native trees because the seedlings spread, preventing native growth. But Sandy disagrees and says the native trees being planted in place of the pines like this buttonwood will never match the beauty and shade of the Australians.
I'm over 60. Anything they plant, I don't care how big it is, isn't going to be big enough for me to enjoy.
The Key West City Commission and Monroe County Commissioners passed resolutions unanimously in favor of keeping the pines. But since those resolutions have no binding legal effect, Key West attorney David Paul Horan is ready to file a lawsuit unless the governor of Florida and the rest of the cabinet intervene.
They're the custodians of all Florida lands, including the Florida parks. We're hoping that they will go ahead and bring some sense into this and stop it.
Until then, Sandy and the others continue to relish these moments in the park, one of the few remaining green areas in Key West. Save Our Pines says this isn't just a fight over trees, but a fight to preserve an area that has a very special place in their hearts.
Oh, to us it's as though we're seeing the declining health of somebody we love.
So unless there's some sort of litigation that intervenes or the Florida governor gets involved, this Australian pine tree and every single one like it at Fort Zachary will get chainsawed in the next 10 years. In high definition for VUM HD News, I'm Jennifer Santiago in Key West.